Hello there. This is a map that I've made for Far Cry 4, and I thought it would be cool to show it off, because I have not made many maps in this game. I've only made 2. And I wanted to show this one off because I think it's cool. So this is a stealth map. It's based on sort of pure stealth instead of the light stealth that Far Cry 4 uses in general, where, you know, if you get caught, you can just use takedowns or shoot your way out, and it doesn't really matter either way for most missions. So what I wanted to do was make a pure stealth map, and some of the modifiers in the map editor let me do that. So the map is sort of like this rundown facility thing. It's using the assets that Far Cry 4 allows. So I think it did an okay job with what was given. Sounds off because I have problems with that, so I'll just have like music going or something. So it's reasonably large, a lot of hiding spaces, dead guy, a lot of guys, and it is sort of a pure stealth map, and there's also no weapons allowed. There is a modifier you can use that just makes it give you a game over when you're detected at all, but I've turned that off, because what I prefer is to give the player a sense of hope that they can actually get out of something, and that it will make them slightly less frustrated than if it just automatically kills them when they get seen. So I wanted to have, instead of that, I wanted to have, maybe I can get out of this, or if they die, if I had a second longer, you know, just give them that thought of, oh, just one more go. If I just did this one little thing differently, it would have turned out. So I wanted to have that. So no takedowns. This is your only melee attack. It's loud, and everyone knows where you are when you do it, so it's generally advised not to do it. And the map is not, it's not super complicated, but it is reasonably complicated. And I've tried to make it so it doesn't look like just a mess. I've tried to make it just look like walls that are flushed together, but there are limits to that. I'm running this in explore mode, so that's why no one's responding to me or anything like that. I will hop into play mode later. So yeah, I wanted to make a big stealth map, and I actually drew a sketch out for this. I'll have that on screen. I drew a sketch out for the basic layout of it, and I thought that would be really cool. And yeah, just sort of worked off of that, changed a few things to suit what was going on. Didn't really fill out most of the runes with, I filled out most of the runes, but I didn't fill them out super detailed. Because by the end, the budget constraints on the map editor were starting to break things the more they filled up, and that's not fun to work with, so I had to just sort of compromise a little bit. Like, there is some stuff in there, and I made sure to put an American flag in half the rooms, because if that's in the game, I'm going to make it seem like the bad guys are American, because I think that's funny. Yes, there's that. It's pretty big. I did try and make this on the PS4 version, because I have made a map on Far Cry 4 before. It's called Black Friday, and it is obviously aping the Black Friday sales that stores have, where people like to stampede and trample each other for trivial items. And I thought it would be funny to make like a Walmart siege. I'll have footage of that going above this, just to show you what that was. But I tried to make this map originally in the PS4 version as well, but the problem with that is that once you hit the budget limit, you are not making anything else. That's it. It stops you. In the PC version, it warns you that, oh, it might lag, but it will let you keep going. Because for whatever reason, there is a big grid on the map, and each square of that grid can only have a certain percentage of the total budget in it. And if you go above that, it'll just start freaking out. And on the PS4 version, it'll just stop you. Even if it's not the main, like, all of the budget, it'll just stop you from making anything else. So I found that really irritating, so on the PC version I was able to open up a bit more and get what I wanted out of it. This was sort of a centerpiece of it, this big open square that has, like, you can see through it. I wanted to have windows, but windows are not a thing. So I had a fence, and I had a little structure here. Map's namesake is down there. And what I wanted to do was sort of make it a little bit obtuse as well. So you can't just walk to the exit. It's not just stealth. There is actually a puzzle here. And because of that, I'm going to warn you right now to stop watching this video if you actually want to play this map. If this has interested you at all, just stop, press pause, and press stop, close the video, go play it if you want to do it. It's called Target Tuesday. Yeah, just do that, because I'm going to be revealing solutions to things that will ruin the map if you haven't played it yet. So yeah, consider yourself warned. So, what I wanted to do in this map, I wanted to have sort of a puzzle element. Far Cry 4 doesn't really have a lot of puzzle elements in it. It's mostly just shooting guys and flying around doing whatever you want. So, I had to improvise a little bit. So, you can't really have anything like locked doors and keys, but you can have explosives. And I actually found out something really convenient for me, is that the melee attack doesn't break propane tanks. And the propane tanks, I will show you now. Get out of the way. Propane tanks are very strong. They're explosives, but they only react when shot, which is convenient for me because, well, you can't have guns. So the propane tanks are through here. I wasn't showing this before because obviously the spoilers. Yeah, I was going to make another area down there, but I didn't, so I just figured, yeah, just rubble. This is the propane tank section. As you can see, nothing. I don't know where he's kicking when I'm looking up. Yeah, but knife does nothing, which I like, because that means that I can make it so you need something to blow this up. No guns, but you can see all the weapon slots are locked, but you are allowed to pick up items, and one of the items is a remote detonated C4. That's not here, that's over here. So the C4 will blow that up, and you're allowed to carry that. So obviously the key to the lock. I found that really cool, and I wanted to integrate that. And get out of the way. So what I've done is I've had to hide it in the level, and I'll show you that now. So if you're still watching this, I already told you not to, so this is your fault. C4 is here. It's sort of hidden. I put this here so it's not very easy to walk into it and pick it up accidentally, so you have to like look at it. It is shining, so if you're near it you'll probably notice it. I did not put an extra objective marker on the explosive because I am very sick of games telling you to find something and then telling you exactly where it is, and you have to just go there like a good dog. So I wanted to make it so you actually have to look around and put like a detonator and a thing here with wires going into the C4 so it looks like it fits a little bit. This part is different to the rest of the floor because there is a thing called AI nav mesh that this game has, and what that is it's basically where they will walk and where they won't walk. They won't walk up this desk, like the space stops like in a radius around the desk, and for whatever reason having a lot of objects in this spot broke the nav mesh. It put a giant red pillar here and it would not let me validate the map without removing stuff, and anytime I put enough stuff to fill this floor it would break again. So I had to put 2 planks here, and I wasn't able to fill a hole, so I had to move the shelf here and try and put this here to hide the hole. You can still see it sort of here, but I did what I could. So yeah, I think that I thought that was fun getting this to work. You'll probably also notice there's no reticle. That is so that you cannot. Whoops. Give me this. Give me back the C4. That is so that you cannot tag people without the camera, because like this, they're all tagged now, but without the camera they can't be tagged. He won't be tagged anyway because he's a hunter, so like the tag, I'll tag him, but it'll go away after a few, yeah, just like that, it'll go away. So yeah, I wanted to do that because when you have the camera you can't jump, and if you're crouching you can't move as fast. I thought that would be a cool little thing, because tagging really seems to make the game really easy, so I wanted to make it, because for whatever reason you cannot turn tagging off in a modifier at all, so I had to force it a little bit. There's a little hiding spot. It's not perfect. If they turn around they will see you, so yeah, it's very it's pretty difficult. I have a habit of doing that in maps, making them hard. So to get all the guys to walk around initially, what I had to do was I had to give them something to do so that it would get them started and get them all alert and scared. So I had to put a guy here. This is the guy. I had him face the wall. I put 3 guys here with guns facing him. They shoot him, he doesn't kill any of them fast enough, and we're good. And it starts the ball rolling. But it seemed kind of stupid to just have a guy just standing in the middle of a room that was going to be something else and just shoot him for, like, I couldn't really think of any other way to justify this other than making like a pseudo execution chamber thing, and it fits way more than just him just standing there and just hoses, like implying that you're going to clean up the blood. Yeah. Meat, a lot of flies, and make that to make it a little extra creepy and really give the player a sense of I don't want to be here, and I think that's been successful. So yeah, the main map is like these 2 big donut shapes that are connected, and then there is a lower one on the second one, which is this one. A few hiding holes. This one's one of them. And I've actually found it very tense, waiting for people to move away. And it's been fun. So, just a few hiding holes. There's not a whole lot of stuff in each room, because as I said before, the budget, I nearly ran out the entire budget of making this map, and it's not even that big of a map. So I think they really want you to use terrain and other stuff for objects, or just single objects for buildings instead of making huge interiors and stuff. But that's what I wanted to do, a little bit a la Metal Gear Solid or Alien Isolation. So, I know I added like a fuse box and pipes to make this look like it fits somehow. Rubble here too. So what you do is place C4, run away, blow it up. The key has opened the door. The only problem I have with this is that sometimes the debris from this blocks the opening, so you gotta kick a little bit to get it out of the way. It usually works in just a few kicks. Sometimes it's completely empty. Other times it's a pain. But yeah, you can go out here. It is chance whether you kill the hunter or not. For whatever reason, the tigers have really bad AI in this area. I don't know why, but when I run out, they growl, but then they start running in circles around this area, and then up and back that corridor. And so what I did was I gave them a few balls to kill, because maybe that had reset it or something. I don't know. I did what I could. I don't know how this thing works. This is the first like real map I've made, so cut me some slack. So yeah, I've done that. Hopefully 3 are enough. But yeah, that's something that happens. This is an example of that a bit, where they just sort of run around in a weird way. I don't really know what it's doing. Yeah, there's the circle. Yeah, so I tried to offset that a little bit. All the guys can shoot you from there, so I wanted to make it dangerous. This is the last part of the map. No way to turn that off, but and climb up there to go to it. The helicopter does not actually start there, it starts closer to there, but it's just like slid off. I don't know why. But when you go up there, mission ends. You win. Game over. And yeah, I had fun making it. I'm going to show the outside of it in a second, so maybe that'll be interesting. Yeah, so that's Tiger Tuesday. Big stealth map. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope if you played this map that you enjoyed it. I did, but I thought it was a good idea, so hopefully it worked out. But I will return in a second. Outside the map, I can show you some other stuff. Hello again. Now we are outside the map, and you get to see all the things from another view. I've turned all the object icons off. This is what it looks like with the object icons on. It's kind of a mess. I'd rather have them off. So, this is what the map looks like from the outside. Not very pretty. Not very pretty at all. But, given what kind of map this is, we're not really going to be seeing the outside. So, I think that's fine. As you can see, there is no terrain really whatsoever. The entire map is made of objects. Now some people think, well, it's more professional if you have that, but I've made sure that from this point where you can see outside, the only thing that you can see is that. Make it seem like this place is really big. This actually goes inside a room, as you can see it here, next to these two guys. Yeah, so it's that. I originally wanted to make this a huge thing where there was a big tiger enclosure in the end. You had to run through it, and there's a little buzzer, which is a tiny helicopter there. You have to fly it out of a big L-shaped tunnel out of a mountain. But it was already running the object, as you can see here, it was already running the object budget way too high. So even having like 20 guys in the map will run the budget over, so it's kind of dumb, but yeah. So I got the helicopter here. I've had to put it on planks so that it won't fall onto the fence, because if this helicopter, even though it's not a real vehicle, it is just an object to look at, it will still blow up. So I had to put it there so it wouldn't blow up. This yellow thing is the pillar where the extraction point is. It does not actually go this low, that I found out. It's pretty much just where, around here, where the marker is, that it will respond. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, I put this guard tower thing. The hunter coordinates the tigers, stops them from killing each other, so that's sort of why he's there, but there's also a dual purpose as a tower watcher. I don't know how do you say that? Yeah, so there's all this stuff you've seen before. There's the C4. I'm going to turn the speed of this camera down because it's a bit fast. There we go. America. And just sort of improvise with some of the machinery. This is like a rice. One of these is like a rice pump or something like that. So I had to make it look like it's a new machine. And this is like a coal fire, but I had to make it look like a different thing. Anyway, yeah, a lot of guys. As you can see here, the three guys with the guns. Here's the guy facing the wall. So we go through here. Yeah, you can sort of see the donut shape. Come on. But I added a little extra corridor in this one because so I could put another hidey hole in here, and it's a little more open than the other one. Now I didn't fill every hole because I was getting to a point where I was really getting sick of looking at this map, because it was like I had spent at least 10 hours on it already, and I didn't want to spend any more time on it. So yeah, there's that. What else is there to talk about? I don't really think I have anything else to talk about, so I'm just going to end it here. Hope you enjoyed, if you still want to play this map even after it's been ruined for you, it's on the PC version. Tiger Tuesday, that's what it's called. Go search that. You'll probably find it somewhere. Yeah. See ya.